Good day, good people. Once again, you've got the grumpy old nerds in your ear. As always, I'm your Uncle John. Excuse me, your elder and your gassy Uncle John, apparently. Your elder who knows way too much
Wow.
about
Okay.
movies, TV, and comics and stuff of that ilk. And as I like to talk with my friends about this kind of stuff, so they come in as well, though sometimes they don't like to show their faces. Today we have the five borough Ronin, Uncle Rod. What's good, Doctor?
What's good, man? I see that we're back to the Timu. Um, we're back to the Timu Billy Squire
We've been
for the entrance theme.
He literally said that you were going to say that when you
last week
came
I was
back
like,
last
"Oh,
week.
Uncle Rod would love Billy Squire at the Billy Squire intro." Yes, indeed, yes, sir. Oh man, we also have Uncle Percy. Hi, Uncle Percy. Although I don't
Hello, everybody.
know. Oh, you want to cover this week, Uncle Percy?
No,
Okay, and on the ones and twos we have Uncle Roy. What's good, sir?
Cello party, people. Cello.
Yes, yes, indeed. So we were supposed to have a very special guest today, but apparently our special guest is not so special, so he decided not to join us. But that's okay because we're gonna keep rolling anyway. Some of this may be freestyle, but I think those are our best shows when we coming off the cuff.
He might be
So
on a different time zone.
he lives here.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, then he's not. He's on CP time. All right, let's do it.
all right. So let's go ahead and do this. Last week, I think we were so excited to be back. We didn't cover some of the really good stuff that's coming out. And last week, they decided to drop an Avengers Doomsday trailer for us.
Yeah.
And I'm curious as to whether this trailer either got us excited, has turned us all the way off, or if it did nothing at all for us. So
Hmm.
oh, and before we do anything, I apologize. I have a summer cold, which suck, and I'm be snotting and coughing all over the place. So yeah, don't
Just
mind
in
me.
time to go back to work.
Oh my God. Yes. Gamba. Hello, Gamba. How are you?
What's going on?
Oh,
What
what's
up,
good,
Alton?
Doctor? What's good? So, Uncle Roy, if you don't mind, let's go ahead and check out the trailer for Avengers Doomsday.
Something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger than all of us put together, and they died. They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one. Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles and presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters. Mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
It's not possible.
Ooh. Okay. Um, My initial
Okay.
reaction to seeing that is Robert Downey Jr. is leaning heavy on that thick ass accent. Like he is like all the way leaning on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wait, he
Because
How
was
do we
talking
feel?
in that?
yeah, that
What
was
part
him.
did he say?
The whole
The whole
thing.
thing.
He was narrating the whole thing.
I thought that was Thor.
No,
No.
that was
Nope.
Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
And I think
As
he's
the
doing
Doctor
that.
Doom,
He's doing that to really get away from Tony Stark. He does not want to sound like Tony Stark.
which actually, so I get why he would have to do that just in terms of story, because if he starts coming out there sounding like Robert Downey Jr., they'll all be like, Tony, stop that shit.
Right.
But yeah, my initial reaction, damn, that's a thick ass accent. So okay. I'm not necessarily I was excited for this to start. So I'm
Okay.
not really tripping. I ain't gonna lie, that accent kind of threw me. I was like, oh
Right.
shit,
Right.
what the hell are you saying? But I get, like I said, for as a plot device, you need it because otherwise they recognize his voice.
Are y'all sure that's not Chris Hemsworth?
Yes,
Yes.
we're sure, Roy.
The parts in which Chris Hemsworth is talking is him. But but all of that other stuff that was being said, that was Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom.
So I'm missing that. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it because I just thought that was all Chris. Okay.
Yeah.
No. If you listen to the nuance in what he's saying, it's supposed to be like a European type of,
Yeah. European-ish. Yeah.
yeah, to his voice.
Right.
So Rod, what does that trailer do for you?
You know what? I was excited to see the X-Men.
Okay.
I was happy to see Cyclops in the somewhat comic accurate costume. I
There
saw
you go.
Channing Tatum back as Gambit going against Shang-Chi. That looked cool. But I think I am more interested than excited. Like I want to know what the Russo brothers came up with, and I already know why Marvel had to go back and get them, and had pretty much had to go back and get everybody else. I already know that. So what I want to see is how they're going to cook up what they've cooked up with this plot line, because to have to make such a pivot off of Kang and the Kang
Yeah.
dynasty, and then come into this, that's going to take some doing. That's going to take some work. Plus, with all the other Marvel projects that have been kind of floundering, and then them canceling stuff here and there and everywhere, it's going to take a lot. I think it's going to take a lot to win people back, to be honest with you.
I agree. Percy, what you think about it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like Spider-Man. I don't know. Like they're showing all the good parts. I mean, I would have kept the whole Thor and Captain America reunion, because I think that would have been like the highlight in the movie. People screaming and yelling in the theater about that. But now since it's out, I don't know what to expect.
I really think that was a miscue
Good
on
point.
their part. They should have. What's up, Tony?
Hey, what's up?
Tone was out.
Sorry, I
should
forgot
have-
about the meeting.
You're a grumpy old nerd. That's fine. Sometimes we forget stuff. But Percy, yeah, I think that would have been like a perfect mic drop moment in the theater to have him walk up and then
Right.
have the hammer come to him. I was just
Right.
like, why would you fucking? Well, we know why they did that, because they're scared.
Because they want people to know that Chris Evans is back.
Yeah, they are scared. So I get why they did it. I'm disappointed that they did. Yeah, I mean, so you and Rod are pretty much both like, as opposed to woo.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So Tony, what we did was we just saw the Avengers Doomsday trailer. Have you had a chance to see it?
Oh yeah, a few times.
Okay. So did that make you more excited for the film? Did that, or are you just kind of like, yeah, well, this is what I expect?
As far as like Chris Evans at the end,
Just the whole thing. Does that get you juiced to want to see this film?
oh yeah, I figured that now was about time for them to go back bring in a bunch of heroes and make it exciting again. Because I haven't been excited since the whole Avengers thing. Where everybody was in it.
Since Endgame.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm just like pretty much we all sound like some old jaded motherfuckers, but I guess that's the title of this show, right? So
That's not the title of the show. It's called Grumpy Old Nerds, not Jaded Motherfuckers. But I get you. Yeah.
Do I get a comment?
Yeah. Well, you over there still thinking that was Chris Hemsworth, so I don't know if your comments.
Look, I paid attention to him. That his voice was the only one was 90% of the trailer. I mean, I'm actually excited about it, but I realize what they have to do in this one. They couldn't do the build-up thing again this time. There was no build-up. That was the thing that made the MCU so great over the last 10, 15 years. That they have to jump right into it. And now, I don't know if you guys heard, allegedly, the entire plot or script or something or other was leaked for Secret Wars.
It doesn't matter.
And it talked about okay, so
it doesn't matter. No, I say that because people are gonna watch it regardless. When it comes out,
I'm right there with you. Yeah, I'm right there with you. That's my point.
And for those who read all the versions of Secret Wars there were, it's like, okay, they'll pull from wherever. Say again?
Only the first one was worth reading.
Right.
The original?
Yeah, the original.
Damn.
Okay. Someone says the original was the only one worth reading. The next one with the incursions is where they're gonna pull most of this stuff from. With God, Emperor Doom and all that. But you know what? Now that I think about it, Tone, you might be right. Shit. That was the only one worth reading. Now that I think about it.
I agree.
Yeah. It was the first time they really done something like that. Yeah.
Everything else after that was just cashing in on the concept that had already been established. I mean,
yeah.
So I gotta ask you all this or make this comment. What made the Avengers films so good is that we were emotionally invested in those characters. And
off of
I
what?
don't. Yeah, you got to elaborate on that. But I know because Dr. Doom is a Fantastic Four villain, that they have to somewhere in this be the emotional crux of this film. Don't nobody know these people.
Well, this is the thing.
Was it popular?
Right. But I was going to say also, Doom in the comics. My bad. I was just going to say Doom in the comics was primarily, like you said, he was a Fantastic Four villain, but there have been some pretty good storylines with him and Iron Man, him and Namor, because at one point they teamed up. They had supervillain team up. They were together, as well as the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much Spider-Man, but definitely with the X-Men, because he was enamored with Storm, pretty much like anybody else who meets her.
She was dating only royalty.
Right. So yeah, and as also in Wakanda, because Doom War was huge, where he tried to assassinate T'Challa. So there's some threads there they can work with.
I get what you're saying, but excuse me. With the buildup of all of these characters, where does the Fantastic Four fit in? Because, and correct me if I'm wrong, Doom is from their universe. We haven't even seen them fight him, right? So,
is he in their universe?
Huh?
Where'd you pick that up?
Right, Alton, and when he tried to not pay Luke Cage, correct?
Oh yeah, Luke whipped up on him.
At the end of Fantastic Four, he's talking to Franklin or letting Franklin feel his face or whatever pedo type shit he was doing. So
that set him? That sets the initial connection.
That sets the connection. But what I'm asking or what I'm thinking is that the emotional, story wise, that sets the connection. But emotionally, we knew Captain America, we knew Thor, we knew Iron Man, and all those characters were like we were rooting for those characters because we had such an emotional connection to them through their films. And now even with the collection of everybody, Marvel, as fucked up as they are now, they did a masterful job at the beginning of this, gathering all these pieces and putting them together and putting it out there so that the crowd would root for them. Like when Cap says Avengers Assemble, I got up and fucking saluted. So the
That's an
emotional
about damn
there,
time.
huh?
That's an about damn time.
Right. I'm sitting here like, well, fuck. I know who the Fantastic Four is, but most of the people who watch these films aren't comic book aficionados. So they really
Right.
don't have the connect. Yes, the reason Marvel is so successful, if they just made movies for comic book people, the shit wouldn't be as popular as it is.
I get what you're saying. Nah, we talked about that a lot. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. Absolutely.
Yeah. So right now I'm looking at the Fantastic Four like, okay, I know who they are, and I know they're supposed to be Marvel's first family. But in the minds of the random moviegoer, are they Marvel's first family after one film, and that was mediocre at best?
But I think that's the whole thing with it. They like I said, if you really look at that movie and think about the stuff they did in that movie, it was really about trying to connect people and make them feel connected, especially when you look at the way that the other ones were done. They had everybody invested in this family in this last movie. That was the whole thing. The whole point was not giving up their child, the child of the family, and doing all this different stuff. So I think they're banking on the fact that people got connected through that one movie, just like you said. I think that's what they're banking on.
That's a huge gamble.
That's what I'm
saying. It is.
That's a huge gamble.
It is.
Yeah. Tony, you keep making funny faces at me. You got something on your mind, sir?
Well, to me and stuff, it's not like people don't know who the Fantastic Four are. They had that series of not so good movies from Fox. So, people are familiar with them, and they've had, I think they've had actually more cartoon series than the Avengers have had. So, it's not like they're not in the minds of people and people don't even know, the origin and stuff of the characters. This is just basically a relaunch, and it's going to be, a relaunch and stuff for when they, bring out the X-Men. Be, the Disney MCU version of these characters. But like I said, if you've got a threat that's supposed to be as big as coming up in both Doomsday and in Secret Wars, you're basically like, hey, this is something that's going to involve just about everybody, in the MCU universe.
So I get that.
I got a question. So do you think, because the Fantastic Four was more involved in the Secret Wars than right? If I'm not mistaken, the Fantastic Four was more involved in the Secret Wars other than Doomsday, right?
He's saying just in the general story.
I wouldn't go that far now.
No.
You're talking about that first comic, the first series, Secret Wars? If I remember correctly, I think weren't Ben Grimm and Sue Storm weren't they left on the planet? Weren't they left on Earth? Or did all of them show up?
I thought they all showed up.
They were left on Earth.
But like I said, it was a storyline that was basically mixing everybody in.
Oh, okay.
So no one particular team was the centerpiece of that. Spider-Man, played a very important part of it.
Right. Well, that's where you got the symbiote, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Yep. Issue number 8.
Oh, so that means it didn't actually come in and fly down and get on him?
Say what?
I'm being facetious, thinking about the movie, Spider-Man movies, where he had the symbiote.
Oh man, don't bring that up. Don't bring that up. I was like, what?
There's so many Secret Wars comics that I'm like lost, okay? Because it's interesting. I actually have a major series in my collection, but I still, it's like, okay, is it just set in different universes? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, they're having
Okay.
different. Yeah, they're all from different universes.
I mean,
Russo one. Some
seriously,
folks
it's
just want
like
to see cool fighting.
I'm sitting here looking at my
Okay.
Secret Wars collection, and I must have like 40, 50 books of Secret Wars. And I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I
Yeah,
see
it's because
where,
that. Yeah, it's because they have different volumes of this. Of the same title. A few series with the same title. And Alton, you're
uh,
right. All four of the Fantastic Four were there, and Spider-Man whooped the X-Men by himself in Secret Wars,
jeez.
just like he did with Fantastic Four early in their history.
And then they have the point one after Secret Wars.
Hold on, point one.
I have a series here called All New, All Different, Point One, Volume One, after Secret Wars.
Oh, I don't know what that is. That sounds like Money Grab 101 right there.
Well,
So I don't know.
anything where they reuse the title Secret Wars is just a money grab.
Okay, because I'm like, I'm sitting here looking at it, and then I noticed that they use a lot of the same covers, but it's like a whole different series. Is
Right.
what they've done. Okay, so yeah, I just got kind of like after like a couple, I was like, you know what, I'm
I
lost.
got you. Yeah. Look, we were like earlier before you got on, Nicole. We were like, hey, the best series out of all of them was the original, the first one. So
Okay,
if you're gonna get that, find those 12 issues or find it online or what have you, read
the
that one.
Marvel Secret Wars Heroes, the chronology, the number one.
No. Just Marvel Secret Wars.
Okay, because I got the
Yeah.
ones from like 1980 something.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the ones. Okay, yeah,
That's the
because
one.
I mean, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Right, exactly. Yeah,
Well, I
read that.
started trying to get into it after the last stream of movies when it
Right.
seemed like that's what they were going into, but then I
Hmm.
was like, okay, I'm lost.
Yeah. Just read the original.
Yeah, because I keep thinking like in that's where Mr. Fantastic finds the laboratory. He starts. Doesn't he work with the Watcher? Is it the Watcher he
Yep.
works? Yeah. So you would think there'll be an extra part in Secret Wars, maybe not in Doomsday, but once they get into Secret Wars, there'll be more.
Yeah, they like I was saying before, I think they're gonna pull more from the last Secret Wars miniseries they had, which they had Battle World and Doom pretty much was the ruler of everything. And I think that's what's gonna happen after Doomsday. That's how it's gonna end up, and then they're gonna go into Secret Wars with him being, the God Emperor, and they're just gonna go from there.
Well, I did thoroughly enjoy the Battle Worlds storyline.
It wasn't bad. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I'm with you on that. That kept it interesting anyway, because I got tired of seeing
I
Doom
even
standing
enjoyed
on the
what is
throne.
this Thor, with a detective story, which I never thought that I would get into.
Okay.
You know,
What? I
Thor's
forgot
pop.
about that. That is different.
Yes.
That was different, I should say. Yeah, absolutely.
Now you have the Thor corps, like the Green Lantern corps.
I remember that. Yep.
That's when they brought Beta Ray Bill in and a couple other folks, right?
a bunch of other folks.
Yeah.
It was like Thors from all different types of realities.
So
Right.
who's okay? So I have part two of that. And
Tony should have a Comics 101 event.
I'm saying, but it's like I have like the battle. What do you call it? The Beyonder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the first
okay.
Secret Wars. Yep.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah, and the whole idea of the Beyonder is kind of stupid, but it's still the best. Still the best series. So read that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I tried getting into it, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have y'all talk about it. And I'll figure it out.
Read that
way.
one. Read that one. You're good.
Oh,
Yep.
goodness.
I think Uncle John disappeared on us.
Yeah, something must have happened.
Yeah,
Messing up on his laptop.
his laptop is messing up. He's trying to get it going again.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if y'all want to move on. I know he did trailers, but we want to try to hold off for him. Rod, you want to do your thing?
No, I was gonna say we can
Tony
go
wanna
take
talk
a
about the
quick.
cover?
We can take a quick break and let him reboot or do what he needs to do. That way you
Hey,
can.
He's been out for a few
Did
minutes.
something happen with Glenn?
He didn't show up. He didn't reach back out.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
shoot,
maybe
me
next
on
time.
break. I'll see if I can reach out to him.
Alrighty. All right. So we taking a break.
Yeah, I would say take a break and let's give John a chance to work it out. If not, we can go week after that if we can do what we need to do.
All right. And in the words of Uncle DJ.
Yeah. After these messages,
we'll be right back.
We're not singing.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app. As we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V108 The Vibe radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings. Tune in to the BCSN Pod Zone, the aggregate of some of the best HBCU sports shows on the net. Find them on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and everywhere you hear podcasts.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU
football fans. HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
In a world full of newbies, 9 legends refuse to level up. Different ages, same obsession, one crew. Uncle John, the retro archivist. Uncle Percy, the pop culture pundit. Uncle DJ, music and gaming guru. Uncle Tony, the comic curator. Uncle Rod, sports and anime. Auntie Nicole, the horror mistress. Cousin Mayu, movie aficionado. The production twins, super producers Mel and Roy. Grumpy old nerds. Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Central on Urban Digital TV, YouTube, and Facebook.
I gotta correct that. Yes, I'm gonna work on it. Movie food, yeah.
Somebody gonna talk to Antonio.
I actually like it. I don't, but it's cute. I like it.
Okay, well, I guess we're welcoming everyone back. Clearly, my laptop doesn't like me, so it shut down. But I'm Uncle John, and
staged an insurrection.
Say it again.
Staged an insurrection.
Right, exactly. My laptop held its own version of Doomsday. I'm Uncle John, and with us, hey, look at this. We have with us today our very special guest, author extraordinaire. He is the author of such literary works as The Exodus Heresy, The Painkiller, Dragon's Heir, a contributor to Space Funk, contributor to Tales of Wakanda, and also, excuse me, contributor to Captain America, The Shield of Sam Wilson. Please welcome Mr. Glenn Parris to the show. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. As somebody called me, the late Glenn Parris, but I'm still alive.
Oh my gosh.
I apologize for the late entry, guys.
All good, bro.
Yeah, I was late too, you know what I'm saying? Traffic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can't blame mine on traffic.
Is that me? That's in and out?
Yeah.
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 But it's all right. Keep going.
I got about half of what you said, Glenn. Is that me fading in and out, or is that?
I don't know who's fading in and out.
It is Uncle John, and what I was going to say, it looks like your connection may be kind of off, and we know we love to see your facial expressions and all that kind of stuff, but if you turn your camera off, actually it'll help your connection.
Damn, you said I'm ugly. Okay.
I said, get your mug off.
That's what you're trying to say.
That's wrong.
Low key.
Really, I'm not attractive enough to be on this show, which is fine. I'll take it. But anyway, Glenn, thank you for joining us, sir. Appreciate you taking the time out.
Hey, pleasure to be here, man. Thank you so much.
So, okay, Glenn. So you are an author, right? You are an author extraordinaire. And a lot of
Some would argue with that, but yeah, I'll take it.
a lot of your work delves into Afrofuturism.
Yeah.
What made you to decide to dip your toes into the Marvel universe?
Oh man, that's a funny story. I probably told it 20, 30 times, but I guess it bears repeating. I was on a panel. I was moderating a panel at DragonCon with the editor, Jesse Holland, and he announced at the end of the panel that he was going to do an anthology for the Black Panther. And I piped right up. I said, "Wow, can I get in on that?" And he kind of looked me up and down. His plan was that we were going to have celebrity authors, do this, either actors or well-known authors. And I was like, struggling new author. And he says, "Yeah, sure."
Nope.
And I said, "Can I get your email?" He said, "Yeah, sure, fine." And then, we kind of talked about it for a bit. And he says, "Glenn, I don't know if we can get you into this particular volume, but it's got to go through the Marvel lawyers." So, I submitted the story in February. And, Jesse was going through his stories and seeing who his authors were. And finally, the Marvel lawyers got back to him in May, and he sent me this great email that I always remember. It was just a 2-word email. It's like, "You're in," and that was it. But he was very happy that I was in, and he asked me. He says, they kind of liked your story. Do you know any other authors? And of course, I tapped the authors that I knew. So I tapped Kyoko M. and I tapped Milton Davis, and they came in, and he asked me to look at some of the other stories in the anthology, and asked what I thought of them. And I said, these are amazing stories. I wish I'd written some of these things, but I was really. I was really blown away by some of the co-authors in that anthology. I mean, Nikki Giovanni, Tarana Reeve-Dew, Alex Simmons. I mean, it was just an amazing collection of writers that I felt I had imposter syndrome. I had no business being in the company of these other authors, but I was very pleased to be in there, and it was nice to be asked back to write for Captain America.
Which basically proves it don't hurt to ask.
Nope.
Don't know what you're gonna get.
The worst they can say is no.
Yep.
That is correct.
Yeah, I agree. So you've written something for Captain America, Sam Wilson, mind you.
Sam Wilson,
Captain America, right now.
That's right.
You've written something about Black Panther. What other Marvel or well, let me ask you this: why not DC? You gonna go ask DC if they want something?
I'm trying to think of who I'd like to write for DC. Maybe Martian Manhunter, John Stewart, Green Lantern. I wouldn't mind writing for that. I'd like to write Batman. I'd like to write Batman. You know, if there's a DC character I look up to, he's mean, grim, and rich. I kind of like that combination.
Okay. So,
Have you got a chance to read the Absolute Batman?
Hey, Absolute Batman, and the other thing is he's got insomnia. He's up all night. I can relate.
So, okay. And I've asked you this question before. When we getting that comic book script, man? When we getting you on a comic?
Hey, we're actually looking at a comic book for my vampire story, Unbitten. So it's one of the shortest long fictions that I've written. But we already have an audiobook for it. We've got images for it. We've got a sizzle reel for it, and we are working on a comic book for it. And I actually have a spec screenplay for it.
Oh, so a sizzle reel. Is there any chance that will make the light of day for those of us who are but mere?
Oh yeah, we're planning on putting that up on YouTube. And it's actually out of print now, so I have an opportunity to replace the cover and bring it, reprint it.
Okay. So okay, now we've got all that writing stuff out the way. I got to ask you, what you think about the trailer for Avengers Doomsday?
I mean, I don't know about Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom. I mean, he can play almost anything. I got to give him that. He can play almost anything. But the idea of Chris Evans coming back as a dark Captain America, who still has control over the Urhammer, that's kind of interesting. That's almost, it harkens back to Wonder Man. I mean, the original Wonder Man of the early 1960s, Avengers #9, where he's sort of an infiltrator into the Avengers.
Right. Because he was a villain first.
Yeah, having a villain in the Avengers, in the fold, a wolf in the fold, if you will, is kind of an interesting take. And the thing that sets Marvel, and I don't want to be a fan guy or anything like that, but I've always liked Marvel. I know DC and I know all the characters in DC, but I follow Marvel. And I follow Marvel because of the stories and because of the characters and the interactions and the problems that they have. That's what's really interesting. Everybody loves the, web slingers swinging back and forth and blasters and repulsor rays and all, impenetrable shields. Everybody loves that. But what I love even more are the problems that they have, the romance problems, the economic problems. They're going to get evicted. How can I help Aunt May? And no matter how strong I am or how many webs I can shoot, I can't, stop somebody from having cancer. I mean, those are Marvel type problems, and that's kind of what I've always liked. It's almost like a soap opera.
So you can't relate to a rich orphan with mommy issues?
Well, as I said, I like Batman. If I wanted somebody, that would be the one.
Okay. I can appreciate that. I feel like I'm hoarding the entire conversation. If any of our other panelists, please jump right in.
Well, if you want to talk about some of my original IP, you can always do that.
So, well, come on. Let's talk about your original IP.
I want to hear him talk about some dinosaurs.
All right.
And how he's basing everything off of science.
So the interesting thing to me, I think, I've seen Jurassic Park, I've seen Dinotopia, I've seen Terra Nova, I've seen so many of these things. The Ifalus saga is really not even about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are really peripheral to that. The point is, the same way we've got humans living beside lions and tigers and bears, these people that look like us live beside dinosaurs. And they looked at dinosaurs the same way we look at wildlife. And it's really a allegory of what we face today: the politics, the infighting, the fear of the other, the reconciling and living together, but still harboring these kinds of deep-seated issues of racism, fear, and envy and greed. And it's loaded with that. It's very Machiavellian in its nature. And excuse me. It's very timely with what's happening today. I mean, some of the stuff that's going on today, a fiction writer could not write and get it published because no one would believe it.
This shit is crazy.
It really is. It really is. But, my stories are about what happens if the world is coming to an end. And no matter what you do, if you have the ability to look into the distant reaches of the universe and you can't find a cause, you can actually look at different time spans and you can't find a cause. And you can even look into the future and you see it's absolutely positively going to happen. And you have the technology to prevent it. What keeps it from happening? And the fulcrum, the focal point of my story is we all know that it did happen. We know that the asteroid hit. They had the ability, they had the technology, they had the resources to stop it. And they knew it was going to happen. And they accepted that it was the truth. Why couldn't they stop it? And that's the story of the Exodus heresy. The heresy is, Mother Earth was sacred. They would never leave Mother Earth. And yet, as you see on the cover, you see this fleet of Noah's Arks to the stars, these terrarium ships leaving the Earth, something that was unthinkable to them.
Okay.
Well, I'm even impressed by the fact that you give us a glossary at the beginning of that book. And you give us the whole in fiction, especially science fiction, they'll just throw you in the middle of something, and you kind of have to decipher what exactly what's the standard measurement, and But you literally thought out everything and put it down, like so this means that. And I mean, did you do that because you? Again, as an example, most science fiction you're just thrown into it. Who knows what the hell a parsec is? Or did you say, what?
Obviously not Han Solo.
right. So, or did you want people to say, okay, so I'm giving you the groundwork. Now let's play in the pool.
Well, as I've often said, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he wasn't actually a classmate, but we were in high school at the same time, the same place. Oh, wow. And, my biggest fear, I'm never the smartest guy in the room. And I accept that.
I look around this room, sir.
I still doubt that. But I want that guy, because he's going to embarrass the hell out of me. I want that guy to say, okay, what's your basis of this? It reads. I want to write something that reads like fantasy,
right?
But is actually science fiction.
Okay.
Oh, I get that. Took me a minute because you are the smartest guy in the room. But yes, I get that now. Thank you, sir.
Well, considering what you do for a living, I hope you're at least in the top 2 smartest men in this room.
Yeah, you gotta be 1 or 1A, man.
So it was fun, but one of the challenges that scientists in general, and Milton Davis can attest to this, one of the problems that scientists in general have is we tend to talk in jargon, and we forget that there are a lot of people who don't speak our language. So I had to be careful about which words I used and how deep into an explanation I went. Doing the math and doing the calculations. Nobody wants to know the math. They want to know that it's doable, but they don't want to do the math. So I tried to skirt that as best I could.
So basically, you're a cool Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. If Sheldon looked like one of us, I would be.
I like the way you were like, you know what? I am okay.
Oh man, but yeah, no, I'm definitely not a Sheldon. Not that smart.
So what you got coming up next?
All right. Well, there's the Exodus Heresy. That's book 1. Book 2 is Dragon's Heir, which was actually the first story that I wrote. And that's the story that comes 66 million years later when these people come back and they're surprised to find the world infested with mammals that have evolved to look like them.
Okay.
And, to even out the chessboard, I basically figured a way to take away all their technology. So they had to fight us with our numbers, our weapons, and all of our resources against them and their wits.
Okay.
And we're still overmatched.
Okay, hold on, Glenn. Hold on, Glenn. Did you just say, if I heard you correctly?
You probably did.
You said that they leave and millions of years later they come back.
That's right.
And evolution has gone far enough to the point where they are basically fighting like mirror images of themselves.
Just about, yes. And that harkens back to the theory that the environment shapes the organism.
Okay.
All right. And nature has a limited toolbox. So animals can crawl, they can walk, they can fly, they can swim. Basically, that's it. They can burrow. That's basically it. So if you wiped out human beings and you left the world as it is, over time, some, either primates, some other mammal, or some other organism would fill our niche on Earth. And
Okay.
they would be bipeds or quadrupeds. They would develop hands that could manipulate things, and they would develop intelligence, because intelligence, like sharp teeth, strong muscles, fast feet, intelligence is another weapon, and that's all it is.
Okay, so it's like evolution millions of years previous created that situation, and left to its own devices, it filled that gap.
It's the same world.
The same thing. Right.
It's the same world, and they're the same problems that have to be solved. And if you have a finite toolbox, you use the same tools over and over again.
Got you. Hey, I just want to let you know I bought Exodus Heresy
just
because you wrote it.
Okay, thank you very much.
I bought it from you at a con. No questions asked. I saw it and I was like, all right, Glenn, I'm buying this from you. No problem. And you spoiled it, some of it for me, but I'm cool with it. I'm good with it.
Yeah,
because I hadn't finished it yet, so that's fine. It's absolutely fine.
I'll say this for you. If I talk for 3 hours, I couldn't spoil enough of it for you. There's still a lot of surprises in there. Trust me.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Okay, one of the things I will tell you that I've been writing for over 30 years, and it seems like a year, coincidence or whatever, it seems like a year after I write a book, some other franchise comes up and mimics it. I was watching Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and they went back in time to 65 million years ago, and Martians were fighting insectoids on the 5th planet and blew up the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And a piece of it struck the Earth and caused the extinction.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's a spoiler for the Exodus.
You got to start sleeping with a tinfoil hat on, man.
No. I mean,
I hate to break everyone's bubble, but that story device has been used before.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
Marvel and DC kind of piggyback off each other. They pretty much wrote the same characters.
All the time.
Yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, I take it as an honor to be, if someone reads my stuff and it inspires them to write something similar, I take that as a compliment.
Absolutely.
Okay. You also need to take some of that money they make too.
Yeah, okay. So, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So, okay. Glenn, I have to ask you about this because you are a creative and you have some strong work out there. There's been a lot of discourse about the lack of comic books of color or characters of color having their own books, specifically DC and Marvel.
Mhm.
How do you have any particular, you know, opinion on that? Or, you know, I'm saying, just as an example, I say to hell with them, by independent works.
See, you took the words right out of my mouth. There are a lot of independent comic books with brothers in them and sisters in them that are amazing. The stories are great. The artwork is insane. You know, and they just don't get enough publicity. They don't get enough coverage. But the talent is out there all over the place. I mean, I've been blown away. But you know, Tony has introduced me to artists that I would kiss their feet if they would draw some of my stuff. But again, my lips aren't that persuasive, I guess. But one of the things that one of the things that I do take a little bit of issue with is the ones that get promoted often have black folks as children, you know, and you know that seems to be acceptable. You know, children with powers and that kind of thing, and nothing against YA, but why can't we be, you know, the tall, big, robust people that, you know, I mean, Uncle John. I mean, why can't we have Uncle John as a hero? Right? Why? Huh? Yeah. Why? That's right, damn it. But you know, the overuse of children as heroes is a problem to me, and I don't want to take away from you know any of the Black Sands or the Tuskegee you know. Air heroes or anything like that. Yeah. Don't want to take away from any of that. Those we need those. Those are great, and they're great to encourage kids to read. That is priceless. But at the same time, we need adults that have adult problems, grown folks problems, and we need to explore those things. And it can't always be, you know, the guy in the corner trying to stop the pushes from, you know, spreading some drug in the neighborhood. You know, we can have more lofty problems than that.
Sweet Christmas.
Have you read The Antagonist, Glenn?
Huh? Pardon me?
Have you read a comic, The Antagonist?
I have not read that yet, but I'm making a note of that. The Antagonist.
It's good.
Yeah.
So
it's about supervillains who are trying to reform. It's a black family of supervillains.
Yes.
Okay. That's good too, but why do we always have to be criminals?
Right.
You know,
they're trying to not be.
Yeah. You know, criminals going right, but still we start as criminals.
Correct.
That's a very good statement. Okay. Well, as we do all of our guests and friends of the family, Glenn, you are now you now have the title of Uncle Glenn.
Okay.
You are.
I'll take it.
You are.
I got the haircut for it.
I mean,
absolutely.
Pretty much half this cast is. I think Tony the only man on this.
Tony's still hanging on to those threads, man. Tony, I got a razor for you.
Grow this.
Look, I got some super glue for you.
Oh my goodness gracious. And our producer thinks I'm too ugly to be seen on screen anyway. So as we are getting ready to depart, Uncle Percy, you got anything for us on the way out the door, sir? I guess that means no. Auntie Nicole, what you got for us on the way out the door, man?
I couldn't hear you. What did you say? Because you was breaking up. What you saying?
I'm sorry, man. I'm all messed up tonight. What you got for us on the way out the door, Percy?
Oh, just all you guys pray for us here in Homewood. You know, we got struck by a tornado Monday. Actually, the tornado went down. John, one of our friends, Mike Denny, it actually went down his block. Yeah. And he hasn't had power for the past 4 days. So yeah, we've been hit twice for the month of July with storms and tornadoes. So just pray for everybody here.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Y'all be safe and go on get in the basement. Auntie Nicole, what you got for us before we walk out the door?
Just remember, as a reminder, we will have Camp Crystal Lake coming out pretty soon. in the fall. They're going to do it as close to Halloween as possible, but pretty soon they should be wrapping it up. As you can see, these are all my villains here, paying homage to Candyman, who's passed on.
So Nicole, have you watched the Insidious movies?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's the devil. I can't watch those.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. That's all it is.
She said, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah, you're right. No argument.
I ain't watching that. The Lord is my Savior; I shall not want. Glenn, have you ever written any or tried to write any kind of horror?
Oh yeah, I've written a couple of horror. So I wrote something for Milton in Terminus 3 called "Bat Out of Hell."
Oh Lord,
That's horror. And I wrote a short story in another anthology called Red Rose Rain. And those are the two horror stories I've written. I've written a couple of historical also. Raiders of the Middle Passage, and got a story in an upcoming anthology called Lonesome Byways, based on African American history, fictional depiction of African American history. Jesse Hollins is editor.
Okay, I'm praying for you and for Nicole. How's the shop going?
And Uncle John, remember, you watched Doctor Who where they was throwing, what was it, the baby poop? That's horror.
that's definitely baby poop. That's horror. I raised 2 kids. That's horror.
Look, I got 5. Baby shit at this point is nothing to me.
Yeah. Listen, one thing, all of us on a serious note, our friend, brother Jeff Carroll, is facing some major challenges right now. I want everybody to put their hands together for him and pray for him.
That. I saw that on Facebook. He posted it. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, he's in our hearts. So, he's a great talent and he's a great man. So, if we can all throw out a prayer for him tonight, I think that'd be a good thing.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And speaking of prayers and positive thoughts, Uncle Tony, how's the store going?
We're still moving, but we had a soft opening on Friday. So, hey, come on by and support.
Okay.
And, I still need help moving stuff from the other location.
Oh, my back!
8,000 square feet. Hey, look.
I'm going to come over, Tony, but my back. Oh, my back.
I'm using Kroger Icy Hot. Dude, I have never felt my age. Except for these 2 weeks are making me feel my age.
I know you're feeling, man. I feel your pain.
Oh,
I will come visit you this weekend.
He said visit, not move.
But hey, I just want to remind everybody that New Titans 38 are in the hands of the retailers now. The members of the Inc. Alliance have, there we are, New Titans number 38. And we got those limited edition Sanford Green covers. Go to our websites. Make sure you go ahead and pre-order those because they're going to be hot. And if you're not going to meet him and get him to sign them at Dragon Con, he will be taking a tour and come around to our stores. So go and get that Saffron Green cover before they're sold out. Remember, it's only 1,000 split between 10 Black-owned stores through the entire world.
Wow.
Nice.
Tony, you have my order, right?
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
I got like 90 some orders.
I'm one of them, I promise you.
Okay.
Because the first time you said it, I ordered. I went right to it.
All right, Uncle Rod, outside of you getting that comment, what you got for us on the way out the door?
I also want to say, once again, thank you for coming on, Glenn. I appreciate you. I actually met you and Jeff at the same con.
Oh, yeah.
So
God willing, he'll be at our table again this year.
Right. Now, that was an experience. Also, keep doing what you're doing, man. I love you. I love what you got going on, and I just want to see you expand off into other areas, so people don't try to pigeonhole you. And
I'm hard to pigeonhole.
Right.
My genre is science fiction, fantasy, vampire, Marvel, horror, a YA, and historic. I'm hard to pigeonhole. I got
an idea for you. A horror pirate story.
Okay. I got you.
You getting some royalties off that?
I'm already thinking about a haunted pirate ship.
Okay.
There you go.
Well,
free of charge. You're welcome.
Glenn, give us one more good thing before we get off the air.
So watch. We talk about the paucity of Black science fiction and Black adventure stuff. So make sure that you support Black directors, Black producers, Black actors. I understand there's a big controversy about Children of Blood and Bone. I don't know what Tomi Adeyemi's issue is with her work or what they did with it. All I can say is I'm absolutely going to see it. I'm not going to boycott it, but I will judge it based on its merits. But a film with an all-Black cast, a Black director, written the original story written by a Black writer, hell yeah, I'm going to see it. All right, I'll listen to her issues about what wasn't done right, but I'm going to see it and I'm going to patronize it because we need more of that.
The main character was explicitly a dark-skinned young lady in the book, and they cast a light-skinned woman for the lead.
I don't care. We span the spectrum. We span the spectrum of midnight black to beige white. Okay, off white.
Light-skinned people a break.
There you go. I mean, look, it's a diaspora.
I like everybody.
It's a diaspora and it's a spectrum. So it's a diaspora, it's a spectrum, and we need to embrace all that. All this division crap. That's what the Exodus heresy was about. That's how they failed. All right. I mean, we really need to come together, and Afro-American fiction versus African fiction, it's a spectrum, and we need to recognize it as that.
You know what, Glenn? Let's do this. I really want to dive into that and I had forgotten about that, but I actually saw the TikTok post from the young lady who is the author, and I saw it when they first announced the film was coming out, and then I saw it after, and I am so fucking baffled by what is going on with that whole situation.
Yeah.
I think that deserves a for real discussion, and I would love for you to come on and be a part of that discussion with us if you're cool with that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I will see the film, and I will judge the film on its merits.
Absolutely, 100%. Right. So okay. So for the newly knighted Uncle Glenn, Uncle Percy, Auntie Nicole, Uncle Tony, Uncle Rod, Super Producer Roy, and me with the failing laptop.
And Auntie Nicole.
And Auntie Nicole, did I not? I'm sorry, I didn't say Auntie Nicole.
You good.
We love the red bones, Auntie Nicole.
That's all. I'm teasing.
We are the Grumpy Old Nerds here every Thursday-ish, 8:30 on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And what's the other channel, Roy?
Urban Digital Television.
Thank you. Urban Digital Well, don't sound so enthusiastic. Dang.
Urban Digital Television.
Urban Digital Television. Wah, wah, wah. Come back next week and we'll talk about more shit. Night, night.
Night, night, everybody.